Peace. This is Wise for Wise Words Media, back at y'all for another round. And man, Teddy Atlas think he's slick, man. He brought out the cleaning kit, tried to clean up the mess he made on social media the other day, because people like Clarissa Shields is getting at him. Even Shakur Stevenson himself put up laughing emojis and said Teddy Atlas is a hater. So, in his attempt to clean up the mess he made by calling Shakur Stevenson boring and that he puts him to sleep, he tried to clarify it by saying, all I'm saying about Shakur is the same thing that I say about Canelo and Tyson Fury. No more hand-picked opponents. Fight real fighters. Nice try, Teddy. But you're completely off. You're lying. You know you're lying. And the reason why you're completely off and lying about this situation is because what happened with Shakur Stevenson and his opponent is completely different than what happened with Canelo and Tyson Fury and their previous opponents. See, in the case of Shakur Stevenson moved up in weight and moved to 135. At 135 now, back a few months ago at the WBC convention that was held in Mexico, the WBC went through every weight class and ordained title fights or title eliminators to see who's the number one contender. For the lightweight division, they had a title eliminator bout between Shakur Stevenson and Pitbull Cruz. That was ordained by the WBC. Shakur Stevenson was excited. He was like, all right, let's go, let's get it. Pitbull Cruz and his team, on the other hand, they were upset. They were so upset that they publicly bashed the WBC and said, they were in outrage. They said, this is terrible. Why is it that we have to fight him to become number one contender? They hated that idea. They fought against it, and then they declined. Ultimately ended up declining fighting Shakur Stevenson. So they didn't fight Stevenson, and it wasn't Stevenson's fault. Team Pitbull and them didn't want the fight. So now, top ranked WBC, they going down the list. William Zepeda. William Zepeda just beat Jojo Diaz in a fight that many thought Jojo Diaz would win. So now Zepeda's name is hot. Okay, let's get you with Shakur Stevenson. William Zepeda, just like Pitbull Cruz, declined. Did not want that fight. So now what? Next person up they went to, George Kambosos. George Kambosos, who was just the WBC champion less than a year ago, they asked him if he wanted to fight with Shakur Stevenson. He outright declined it. He said, nope, not interested. As opposed to Canelo Alvarez, where Canelo Alvarez, the WBC had mandated Jamal Charlo to be Canelo's opponent. Canelo declined. Did not want any parts of Jamal Charlo. David Benavidez was another fight that Canelo could have easily had for the WBC strap. Canelo declined, did not want to fight David Benavidez. Demetrius Andrade went as far as going into Canelo's press conference, because this is the same Canelo that when Lara stepped in the ring and interrupted Canelo's post-fight interview, Canelo said he wanted to fight Lara because of that disrespect. So Andrade said, you know what? Let me follow that blueprint. Not only am I going to interrupt his post-fight interview, his press conference, but I'm going to wear a shirt to the press conference that says Canelo doesn't want to fight me. So he took it a level further, because at least Lara was very respectful in his disrespect. But even with all that Andre did, he still wouldn't give Andre the fight. So this is a completely different, that box that you put Canelo and Fury in, Tyson Fury could have fought Anthony Joshua years ago. But no, he did not. He did not want to fight him. While Anthony Joshua was undefeated and knocking everything out, he didn't want to fight Anthony Joshua when he was a top heavyweight for years. Fury just recently declined fighting Alexander Usyk for undisputed. They cut off all negotiations with Usyk. And when has Usyk been difficult to negotiate with? So that box, that category that you put Fury and Canelo in is clearly different than Shakur Stevenson, because Shakur Stevenson is ready, willing, and able to fight all the top lightweights. Look what he did. He called out his best friend, or one of his closest friends, like a brother to him, in Devin Haney, who Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson have traveled together to various tournaments, and, you know, they've even slept at, you know, one another's household while they're traveling across the country for tournaments. These is two dudes that are like brothers. But you heard what Shakur said. Bring Devin Haney. I've been waiting for that. I always got the best of Devin. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what the best do. The best call out. Not like Canelo. I'm going to talk to my team. I'm going to see, you know. He won't even mention the name Charlo. He won't even address that name. He won't even address Boo Boo Andre. He won't even address them by name, let alone take a fight with them. So, Teddy Atlas, nice try. Nice attempt to clean it up. But nah, man. I got to call you out for your fraudulence, man. You're being fake. You know what you meant by that. Shakur Stevenson, you too learned, though. That's the thing. You too learned. You've been in the media for years. You've been in the boxing inner workings, in the inner circles of boxing for years, for us to think that for you to think that you could hit us with this lame excuse and we supposed to buy that like, oh, that's what he meant. No, that's not what he meant. You knew Pitbull Cruz declined a fight with Shakur Stevenson. You knew Cepeda declined a fight with Stevenson. You knew Kambosos declined a fight with Stevenson. You knew that. But now you want to act like, oh, no. Stevenson's handpicking. Get out of here. He never handpicked. That's why he was called before he got his big moment by fighting Oscar Valdez in a unification bout and taking his title. He's been calling Oscar Valdez out for years before Valdez finally took that fight. And then when he took the fight, you saw what he did. Show and prove greatness. So yeah, Teddy, man. Nice try, but that's a lie. Completely declined. I'm Waz for Waz Words Media. Peace.